I'm Melinda Duffie. I am the fitness columnist for the Mississippi Business Journal, and we wanted to introduce our new video series to you. We are calling the series Fit, and it's going to address everything in your life as far as your lifestyle goes. How you dress for exercise, what you need to do as far as exercise, eating, how you make it work in your life on a daily basis. Well, what we're going to talk about today is about how to really enjoy the holidays and not regret the choices that you make, and then you wind up the first of the year you gain 5 to 10 extra pounds. What happens is people get so involved with the rush of the holidays. You've got parties, you've got just regular eating from day to day that kind of changes because you're real busy, so you're grabbing things on the go, kind of takes you out of your regular routine. And so if you do exercise, maybe that kind of gets pushed to the backside just a little bit because you have so many things that you have to do, and before you know it, you're out of your normal routine. And then come up January 1st after Thanksgiving, you've got parties that you're going to, and then Christmas and New Year's, and your clothes are tight. And then you're like, oh no, I've done it again. If you were going to choose which one was the most healthy, obviously pumpkin pie would be. There's a lot of different ways that you can make pumpkin pie cleaner, so to speak, where it doesn't have a lot of sugar in it, those type of things. So a lot of us use Pinterest. You know, we get on Google and we search for recipes and we clean them up, and when you serve them, it tastes just as good as if you had done it the regular recipe. A pumpkin pie is probably one of the biggest favorites. Then you've got, of course, your pecan pie. It's a little bit harder to make that cleaner because it is made with your corn syrup. So if you're going to enjoy pecan pie, just have a little bit less of it. I always tell my clients, pick your poison. Whatever you prefer, and then just have a little bit of it so you can enjoy it. Sausage balls, 40 calories a ball, so that can add up pretty quickly. You can choose, like there's gluten-free flours that you can purchase instead of like the Bisquick. You can also do a low-fat sausage where you don't have as much fat in there, so you're reducing calories. Your light cheddar, those type of things. So when you're looking at doing recipes for the holidays, do a little bit of research. It doesn't take very much because there is a plethora of recipes on the internet. If you're looking for gluten-free, sugar-free, reduced fat, all those type of recipes for anything that you would want to make during the holidays, just get on the internet and search it. When I serve something, I don't tell what I did to it until after. In fact, I made a gluten-free, sugar-free carrot cake. And of course it did have the light cream cheese and the frosting and the confectioner's sugar, but as far as the cake part of it, it was sugar-free and gluten-free. And I didn't say anything until they had already eaten it, and I was like, so how did you like it? And they were like, oh, it was fabulous. And I was like, it's gluten-free and sugar-free, except for the frosting. It's not one of my favorites. I actually have had a couple of fruitcakes that were made very different. They were more like Caribbean fruitcake. So it wasn't really more of the traditional, which it's not one of my favorites. My mother would always make these miniature rum cakes, which were basically fruit cakes, and they were really good. Everybody loved them. Pure sugar. But a lot of when you get to holiday candy, that's just the way it is. So it's the same thing when you go to a holiday dinner and you've got the desserts. Well, then you've got the appetizers, you've got the candy type things. You can get lighter versions of eggnog. You don't have to get the full fat, the full sugar. Those people that are lactose intolerant, or maybe they need to reduce their sugar, there is such a selection in the stores now in the organic section where you can get these lighter versions and they can enjoy eggnog just like people that don't have food allergies. Your lighter versions of alcohol are still going to be your beer, your wine. Your heavier ones are going to be your highball drinks, your liquors, your mixed drinks, mudslides, you know, where it's got a real cream base. Those are going to be more calorie dense, have more sugar, So those are things to just kind of be aware of as you're making your drink selections. The propensity is to say, well, oh my gosh, I need to try one of each. Well, sit back a moment and look at what each thing is. Would you normally eat that? Would you normally eat chocolate-covered pretzels? Or would you eat puppy chow or things like that? Or would you go for the fudge or the divinity? Or would you go for maybe a cheesecake? So when you look at what's there, choose things that you normally would gravitate towards if you were going to cheat a little bit.